This channel is all about helping you achieve your healthiest, most radiant skin through evidence-based advice and practical tips. Today we're diving deep into one of the most common skin concerns I get asked about, hyperpigmentation. Those dark spots, uneven skin tone and patches that just won't seem to fade no matter what you do. If you've been struggling with hyperpigmentation, trust me, you're not alone. And more importantly, there are effective solutions. So stick around because I'm going to break down what hyperpigmentation actually is, what causes it, and most importantly, the best remedies that are actually backed by science. Let's get into it. What is hyperpigmentation actually is? Hyperpigmentation is essentially when certain areas of your skin produce more melanin than normal. Melanin is the pigment that gives our skin its color, and when it's overproduced in specific areas, you get those darker patches or spots. Now, there are several types of hyperpigmentation. The most common ones are post-inflammation hyperpigmentation, or PIH, which happens after skin inflammation or injury. This could be from acne, eczema, cuts, or any trauma to the skin. The skin darkens as part of the healing process. Melasma, which appears as brown or grey-brown patches, usually on the face. This is often triggered by hormonal changes, which is why it's so common during pregnancy or when taking birth control pills. Sunspots or age spots, also called solar lentigines, which develop from years of sun exposure. These are flat brown spots that typically appear on areas that get the most sun, like your face, hands, shoulders and arms. And then there's general uneven skin tone, which can be a combination of different types of hyperpigmentation or just natural variations in melanin production across your skin. The good news? While hyperpigmentation can be stubborn, it's treatable. The key is understanding what's causing your specific hyperpigmentation and targeting it with the right approach, the root causes. Before we jump into remedies, it's crucial to understand what triggers hyperpigmentation in the first place, because if you don't address the root cause, those dark spots are just going to keep coming back. Sun exposure is the #1 trigger. UV rays stimulate melanocytes, the cells that produce melanin. This is why sun protection is absolutely non-negotiable if you're dealing with hyperpigmentation. We'll talk more about this in a minute. Inflammation is another major cause. Anytime your skin is inflamed, whether from acne, rashes, or injuries, it can trigger excess melanin production. This is why picking at your skin or not treating acne properly can leave you with dark marks long after the blemish is gone. Hormonal changes play a huge role, especially in melasma. Pregnancy, birth control, and hormone replacement therapy can all trigger increased melanin production. This is why melasma is sometimes called the mask of pregnancy. Certain medications can also increase your skin's sensitivity to the sun or directly cause pigmentation changes. These include some antibiotics, anti-seizure medications, and chemotherapy drugs. Genetics also play a role. Some people are simply more prone to developing hyperpigmentation than others, and this often correlates with having darker skin tones, though hyperpigmentation can affect all skin types. Understanding your triggers is step 1. Now let's talk about the solutions. The non-negotiable. Sun protection. I know you've heard this a million times, but I'm going to say it again because it's that important. Sunscreen is your first line of defense against hyperpigmentation. In fact, if you're not using sunscreen daily, no other treatment is going to work effectively. Here's why. UV exposure not only triggers new hyperpigmentation, but it also darkens existing spots. So even if you're using the best brightening serums in the world, without sun protection, you're basically taking 1 step forward and 2 steps back. What you need is a broad spectrum sunscreen with at least SPF 30 but I personally recommend SPF 50 if you're actively treating hyperpigmentation. Broad spectrum means it protects against both UVA and UVB rays, both of which contribute to pigmentation. For those with hyperpigmentation, mineral sunscreens containing zinc oxide or titanium dioxide can be particularly beneficial because they physically block UV rays and provide immediate protection.
Apply your sunscreen every single morning, even on cloudy days, even when you're indoors, because UV rays can penetrate through windows. Use about a nickel size amount for your face and neck and reapply every 2 hours if you're spending time outdoors. And don't forget about protective clothing, hats, and seeking shade during peak sun hours between 10 a.m. and 4 p.m. These physical barriers work alongside your sunscreen to provide maximum protection. Trust me, sunscreen alone can prevent hyperpigmentation from getting worse, which is already a huge win, but when combined with active treatments, that's when you'll see real transformation. The best active ingredients. Now, let's talk about the active ingredients that actually fade hyperpigmentation. These are the powerhouses you want to look for in your skincare products. Vitamin C is one of my absolute favorites for brightening. It works by inhibiting the enzyme tyrosinase, which is necessary for melanin production. Look for L-ascorbic acid, which is the most researched and effective form. A concentration of 10-20% is ideal. Vitamin C also provides antioxidant protection, which helps prevent future damage. Use it in the morning under your sunscreen for maximum benefit. Niacinamide, also known as vitamin B3, is another incredible ingredient. Studies show that 5% niacinamide can significantly reduce hyperpigmentation by interfering with the transfer of melanin to skin cells. It's also gentle, making it suitable for sensitive skin, and it has the added benefits of strengthening your skin barrier and reducing inflammation. Alpha hydroxy acids, or AHAs, like glycolic acid and lactic acid, work by exfoliating the top layers of skin, which helps fade dark spots over time. Glycolic acid has the smallest molecular size, so it penetrates deeply, while lactic acid is gentler and also hydrating. Start with concentrations around 5-10% and use them in the evening. Retinoids are vitamin A derivatives, and they're gold standard for so many skin concerns, including hyperpigmentation. They increase cell turnover, which means they help shed pigmented cells faster and promote the growth of new, evenly toned skin. Retinol is available over the counter, while tretinoin requires a prescription but is more potent. Start slowly with retinoids to avoid irritation. Azelaic acid is a multitasking ingredient that's particularly effective for post-inflammatory hyperpigmentation. It inhibits tyrosinase and has anti-inflammatory properties. It's available in concentrations up to 10% over the counter or 15-20% by prescription. Tranexamic acid is a newer ingredient in the skincare world, but research shows it's highly effective for melasma and stubborn pigmentation. It can be used topically or taken orally under medical supervision. Kojic acid is derived from fungi and is another tyrosinase inhibitor. It's often found in concentrations of 1-4% in skincare products. And finally, hydroquinone is often called the gold standard for treating hyperpigmentation. It's a very effective skin lightener, available in 2% over the counter or higher percentages by prescription. However, it can be irritating and should be used under dermatological guidance, typically for limited periods. The key with all these ingredients is consistency and patience. You won't see results overnight. Most people need at least 8-12 weeks of consistent use before seeing significant improvement. Building your routine. So how do you actually incorporate all of this into a routine? You don't need to use every single ingredient I mentioned. In fact, using too many at once can irritate your skin and make hyperpigmentation worse. Here's a simple but effective routine for targeting hyperpigmentation. Morning, gentle cleanser, vitamin C serum, niacinamide serum, or moisturizer with niacinamide eye cream, broad spectrum SPF 50, evening, gentle cleanser or double cleanse if you wear makeup, azelaic acid or an AHA exfoliant, use 2-3 times per week to start, retinol or tretinoin, start 2-3 times per week, gradually increasing Hydrating moisturizer. If you're using prescription treatments like hydroquinone or higher strength tretinoin, follow your dermatologist's specific instructions on how to layer these products. Remember, introducing these ingredients slowly is crucial. Start with one active ingredient, use it consistently for a few weeks, and then add another if your skin tolerates it well. This approach helps you identify what works for your skin and prevents irritation. Also, hydration is key. Hyperpigmentation treatments can be drying, so make sure you're using a good moisturizer to keep your skin barrier healthy. Professional treatments, while at home, skincare can be incredibly effective. Sometimes you need professional treatments for faster or more dramatic results, especially with stubborn hyperpigmentation. Chemical peels performed by a dermatologist or licensed aesthetician use higher concentrations of acids to exfoliate deeper layers of skin. A series of peels can significantly fade hyperpigmentation. Laser therapy can target pigmentation at different depths depending on the type used. Q-swed lasers, picosecond lasers, and fractional lasers are commonly used for hyperpigmentation. These treatments are precise and effective but require downtime and sun avoidance. Microneedling creates controlled micro injuries that stimulate collagen production and can improve the absorption of topical treatments. When combined with treatments like vitamin C or tranexamic acid, it can be particularly effective. Intense pulse light, or IPL, uses broad spectrum light to target pigmentation. It's effective for sunspots and overall skin tone improvement. These treatments can be pricey and they typically require multiple sessions, but they can achieve results that topical products alone cannot. Always consult with a board-certified dermatologist to determine which treatment is right for your specific type of hyperpigmentation and skin type. One important note, some treatments, particularly lasers, can actually worsen hyperpigmentation in darker skin tones if not performed correctly. This is why it's absolutely essential to work with an experienced professional who understands how to treat hyperpigmentation in all skin types. Lifestyle factors and prevention. Beyond skincare and professional treatments, certain lifestyle factors can support your skin's healing and prevent future hyperpigmentation. Diet plays a role in skin health. Antioxidant-rich foods like berries, leafy greens, nuts, and fatty fish help protect your skin from oxidative stress that can trigger pigmentation. Staying hydrated is also crucial for overall skin health. Stress management is more important than you might think. Chronic stress can trigger inflammation and hormonal changes that contribute to hyperpigmentation, especially melasma. Avoid picking or scratching your skin. This is probably the hardest advice to follow, but it's so important. Every time you pick at a blemish or scratch an itch aggressively, you risk causing post-inflammatory hyperpigmentation. Get adequate sleep. During sleep, your skin goes into repair mode. Consistent, quality sleep supports the skin's natural healing processes. And again, I cannot stress this enough. Sun protection is a lifestyle, not just a skincare step. Wear hats, sunglasses, seek shade, and reapply your sunscreen. UV protection is the foundation of both treating existing hyperpigmentation and preventing new spots. Conclusion and final thoughts. All right, let's wrap this up. Hyperpigmentation can definitely be frustrating, but it is treatable. The best remedy isn't just one magic product. It's a comprehensive approach that includes daily sun protection, which is absolutely non-negotiable, targeted active ingredients like vitamin C, niacinamide, AHAs, and retinoids used consistently, patience because fading hyperpigmentation takes time, usually several months, and potentially professional treatments if you need more intensive intervention. Remember, everyone's skin is different. What works amazingly for one person might not work the same for you. It's about finding the right combination for your skin. And sometimes that means working with a dermatologist who can create a personalized treatment plan. Don't get discouraged if you don't see immediate results. Stick with your routine, protect your skin from the sun religiously, and trust the process. If you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't already. Drop a comment below and let me know. What's been your biggest struggle with hyperpigmentation or what treatments have worked for you? I love hearing from you all. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Take care of that beautiful skin.